Speaking to her was one of the most hardest thing that I had to go through because like I said, my journey was a very challenging one because being a revert, you need to have open conversations with your family, right? It's always best to have conversation with your family and dialogue when you're making that decision. From me, I would advise that to speak to family first.
I think back in 2019, I did tell my parents that my interest towards Islam. But at that moment, I have not converted officially yet. I'm just a practicing Muslim. So I explained to them what is Islam all about.
I mean, of course, you made your decision already, but to inform your family is very important. So what I did was, before I took my shahadah, I spoke to my mother. My mother is a single parent, and I'm the only child, so it's my duty to take care of my mother, right? So it's also my duty to let my mother know on the changes that will happen in the dynamics of our life, right?
I didn't tell them right away, actually. They first found out that I was interested in Islam because they found a copy of the Quran on my table, and they were a bit shocked. So at that time, I had very limited knowledge, and with that, I tried to explain to them, but it was not really received well, so I just kind of put it aside and let it go.
I think the first reaction, they are shocked and they are worried because they see Islam as a religion which has a lot of restrictions, and they're worried whether I can adapt to a whole new journey or not. But I think by explaining to my parents by verbal and action, my parents take sometimes, I think around a year to accept that.
Speaking to her was one of the most hardest thing that I had to go through because to emotionally see how your mother reacts, there will be a lot of emotions that is exchanged, you know. And sometimes you will be in a place where you feel that, I don't want to put my mother through this. I don't want to burden my mother. Maybe I should continue as how I am, right? But like I said, once the truth comes to you and once you know about your journey, you cannot run away from it.
Almost a year after that I finally had the courage to open up to them, I realized I should be proud of my identity, and my parents are the closest people to me, so I had to tell them. So I just told them directly, hey, this is real. I'm not just, it's not just play, you know. This is real. I'm serious about this.
Alhamdulillah, my elder sister is very supportive. Throughout the journey, she can be the middleman between my parents and me. And also, after a year, my family finally accepted my new identity as a Muslim. So in 2020, I bring my parents to Al-Khadim, and I took my shahadah in Al-Khadim in last year, Alhamdulillah.
I have family members who didn't take it so well early on, but Alhamdulillah, Allah made it easy for us, and our relationship with our family members is better than it has ever been before. My family members love my wife so much. They treat her as their own daughter, you know. In any family event, we will always be invited, you know, called for, and there's a lot of love all around. But yeah, Alhamdulillah, everything works as how Allah has planned.
And I've lived in a Muslim country for a while now. I've lived a rather Islamic life, so I'm sure this is something I want to pursue for the rest of my life. So to my surprise, they're actually pretty supportive of it. They actually appreciated my openness. I guess in a way they saw the change, the positive change I showed, so they let go of their worries and they realize, contrary to what the mass media is saying, Islam is not doing any harm to the people. So they accepted it and they just asked me, you know, don't be too extreme and things will be fine. La, 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 la.
la 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 la